Please return to my channel. Coin Lady. The cryptocurrency market had other plans for the United States birthday, sending XRP plunging to 38.9 cents. Not acceptable at all. Also, I am aware that some folks are going absolutely bonkers. As far as I was concerned, we could just go ahead and peruse WEX. It promises to be an intriguing experience. I think we should take a quick look at my news stream. My goodness. Everywhere you look, there's fire, just like the degree of misery. My goodness. For that reason, I figured, all right, let's all relax for a second. Everything will be all right here. For those of you who are feeling anxious about this, I figured I'd release a short membo hot jam to calm your anxieties. Now is not the moment to freak out, though, in my humble opinion. Look, I get it. This is fair, Pan Young. I accept this. You make some valid points there. However, some have asked, what the fuck is going on with XRP? Consequently, it falls along with the market, despite the fact that it never pumped this cycle. Therefore, it will just fall in value as the market does, rather than rise. Also, I'd like to talk about that. After I finish that, I'll give you the opinion of a perceptive chart analyst. I believe you'll mainly agree with their assessment. For the record, we have never been able to ride out a bull market in cryptocurrency. What has been happening in this market slaughter is unprecedented, and there has never been such a precipitous pullback. The mere fact that this is transpiring does not constitute an anomaly. It is reasonable to anticipate this happening. It would be strange if this never occurred during a bull market. By the way, have you noticed that, since I began recording, the price of XRP has risen slightly? 39.9 cents is where we are. We have reached 44 pennies. That makes perfect sense. You need to keep a light-hearted approach towards it because otherwise, you won't be able to overcome it. Being afraid here, though, makes no sense at all. And so, XRP is perfectly acceptable at 40 cents. Bitcoin is currently trading at $54,318 and is at a 24-hour low of 38.9 cents. Reaching a 24-hour low of slightly more than $54,000 right before I began filming this video. However, to clarify, the price decline is not limited to XRP alone. First things first, Bitcoin is down around 7.5%. Alternatives are drastically underperforming, falling 10.38% overall. Bitcoin drops 12.67%. And 12.54% decline in XRP. Solana, a meager 7.5%. There you have it. I would estimate that 13% of Toncoin is Solana's. Approximately 16% decline in Dogecoin value. Down more than 16%, Cardano is doing fairly, with a slightly under 3.5% market share. However, when I continue to scroll down, nearly everything is visible. All coins, nearly all altcoins, are performing considerably worse than Bitcoin, and the market as a whole is a sea of red. This isn't related to XRP in any way, shape, or form, but I suppose it's a reasonable question, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. If XRP never even pushed this cycle, then why is it falling in value along with the market? To be quite honest, the solution is really quite straightforward. The reason behind this is that XRP doesn't necessarily need to pump before the market correction hits, and it falls together with the rest of the asset class. End of story. That covers everything. You won't believe how easy it is. Well, I suppose I could elaborate a bit, but that's the crucial aspect. For that particular question, that is the correct response. Since XRP has not yet experienced genuine market expansion, it lags behind the market when it comes to finally soaring amid bullish notes. Some coins have popped to varying degrees, I guess. When everyone else thought Salon's value was going to zero a year, and a half ago, it was sitting pretty in the top spot, proving that it was the most apparent altcoin. That is the end of it. But then you start to believe that XRP should simply disregard the market slump, because reasons, even though it is behind and hasn't gone yet. In your opinion, does that make any sense? Oh, absolutely not. The question is understandable. This is not meant to make fun of you. In fact, I believe it's a very perceptive question. I simply want you to consider all of your options. Since XRP did not see a massive surge to the upside, why should it be exempt from market corrections? You know, I've seen something similar previously. My last visit was around the end of 2017. Right now, XRP is at an all-time high, wasn't it? Am I correct? So, when the market was assumed to be at its all-time high in 2020, and I was here, not only was XRP briefly dropped to 10 cents, but I was also here because of the market. Think back on the pandemic's end. Also, keep in mind that stocks were down hard during that period.
So I was here at XRP's nearly $4.10 price points. Since XRP hadn't bubbled yet in 2020, shouldn't it have remained at 10 cents? Does it? Would you agree with that? No. To be completely forthright, I don't see the logic in that proposal. It seems to reason that it would fall for that reason alone. Naturally, following that, it had a 20-fold gain from that low point. At around 10 cents, XRP hit its cycle bottom. Indeed, it increased by a factor of 20 even after the SEC assault. Was XRP effectively dead when it hit 10 cents? It took just over a year for it to do a 20x. When it hit 10 cents, it was far from dead. The fact that XRP reached 10 cents really is irrelevant to its sustainability in the long run. Had zero bearing on XRP's foundations or the XRP ecosystem as a whole. After you take into account the fact that XRP's price has dropped by more than 12% in the past day, you'll see that it makes sense. And yesterday was no exception. Being aware of the fact that it is unrelated to basics is a given. For crying out loud, what does it matter? Is it reasonable to be afraid here? I am adamant. Yeah, that's wrong. So, is this a sign of XRP's potential for success in the long run? No, I'm sorry, but that is completely unrelated. I feel strongly about it. I've seen this far too often, and I know that nothing has changed, at least not in a bad sense, within the previous 2 days regarding the core of XRP or the ecosystem. Nonetheless, I can see why some individuals feel that way. According to their perception, there is a correlation with a decrease in price. Surely it is. If that isn't the case, then something is terribly wrong on a very basic level. No, that's not the meaning of it. The entire market isn't acting this way because of that. There's no need to be timid. It's actually not that big of a deal. As a result, some see it negatively since, well, your net worth drops. Very well, I understand. Although I have no plans to do it tonight, I'm sure that many others will see it in a favorable light because everything is on sale right now. Despite the fact that I will consider making a purchase tomorrow, I must admit that I am being slightly tempted by the sight of these percentage reductions, and I intend to return to celebrating Marika's birthday as soon as I complete recording this. However, it appears that ETH's at a price of $2,900. Wow, check out this stuff. XRP40 states, yeah, it's a complete mess. Is this the end of the market cycle, or is it great news for buyers? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. After this, I don't think I mean, sure, they are scared. Look at this cryptocurrency greed and terror index, for example. You may expect the market to be terrified again, but it's at 29 out of 100. It no longer makes any sense, to be honest. It defies logic if you are aware of the information I am providing with you. Even if most people are unaware that those who have been here longer than 5 minutes do not experience dread, I understand that because this is a complex area and all, but seriously, check out this post by chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. For the first time since FTX Black Swan, Bitcoin has recently gone through a massive long liquidation in Europe, signaling that the macro bottom reversal will be fantastic. As a result, he is indeed present. It has eluded our notice. Look at the liquidations, or I'm just circling the mouse, in November 2022, when that happened, I told you, yeah, this doesn't matter. So, if you want to see what he's citing there, you can. I also mentioned a plethora of items I was purchasing when I was here. This is nearly as bad, it's quite awesome, isn't it? Those who are interested in purchasing should do so, failing that, your net worth will decrease, which is, in and of itself, insignificant. Thus, it remains unchanged. Does the fact that we experienced this crash indicate that the crypto space is doomed to remain a mystery in 10 years? Oh, absolutely not. If you skip ahead far enough, you'll realize that this is completely irrelevant at the moment. Give my channel a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Until we meet again.